You wouldn't believe how easy it can be to have all that you want and experience all that you desire. You wouldn't believe it because who you are to yourself is actually resisting it. It's rejecting it. It's denying it from being your experience. I think it was Alan Watts that said, "You are under no obligation to be the same person that you were 5 minutes ago." You see, that's just it. It is our insistence on upholding this front, this image, this self concept, which seems to have inertia and momentum from our past thoughts, our past feelings, our past beliefs, our past actions, our past experiences. They all kind of have gathered up a momentum, compounded into a seeming construct, which is actually an illusion that we propagate through our thinking, through our identification. And it is only through our mind that we imprison ourselves to the consistency of this personality, of acting as if we are this or that. And therefore, creating a construct, a container through which we experience life. We limit our reality. We place boundaries on what we believe we are worthy of, or deserving of, or are even capable of achieving, acquiring, experiencing, becoming, all through the lens of who we feel that we are. But you see, you are under no obligation to be the same person that you were even 5 minutes ago. That is a choice. You can choose to believe that you are this person, or you can choose to see through the perceptions, through the concepts, through the labels, through the identity of who you believe you are, and you can allow yourself to open up to the reality, to the nature, to the truth of who and what you really are, which is, I am. You cannot truly say that you are any more than that. The truth of your identity in its most essential form is, I exist. I am that I am. And in that is freedom, is abundance, is creativity, is connection, is love, is joy. It is life itself. And when you wholly identify with the I am that I am, the being that you are, not the doing, not the person, not the actions, not the things that you've gained or accomplished or where you've come from or where you're going, but who you are, what you are here and now. And as soon as you say anything more than I am this, I am that, you limit yourself and your experience to an idea. And the more you believe in that, the more you imprison yourself into an illusory fortress of your own making. But from within that fortress, from within that prison, there are desires, there are longings, there is seeking, there is searching, there is striving, there is effort, there is struggle to get to what you perceive to be somewhere better, somewhere higher, somewhere improved. And that is suffering. And that is why I believe the Buddha said life is suffering, because when you are identified as this person, this object, this image in space, in time, deluding yourself into a form, into an idea, you have given away your power completely. But when you remember and choose to see clearly through all of the notions, all of the limitations, all of the concepts which are constantly changing, arising and passing, and you see through clearly into that which is unchanging, that which is untouchable by any of the forms, any of the appearances, that which is constant in a sea of constant change. When you come back home to the heart of your true self and you recognize that I am, then you are free to be. And from that free, groundless ground of being, you have ejected yourself out of the futile, fruitless game of seeking certainty in the world, seeking security in a very limited, illusory form, seeking safety in a concept. And you embrace the uncertainty that life is. You embrace the beauty of the constantly changing scape, dreamscape all around you. You come into alignment with a sort of flow of life. And from that groundless ground, life creates you. Life gives to you, attracts to you, manifests around you the abundance, the beauty, the richness, the vibrancy, the love, the joyousness that it is in its infinite intelligence. It's sort of getting out of your own way. Because it is that sense that I am this or I am that. It's that guard, it's that front, it's that image of yourself that you're so convinced and determined to prop up, to propagate, to perpetuate. That is the only thing that is in the way of you being completely present here and now, available for life, available for yourself, available for those you love, in connection with life as it is, which is where everything that you actually desire already exists. And so you see, when you get out of your own way and you recognize who you truly are, I am, then you have come all the way back home through all of the suffering and the experiences and the trials and tribulations and the desires and the hopes and the dreams, and you've come back to ground zero, where you alone are and where all that is exists already. And in that simultaneity, in that singularity, in that unity of your essence, of your soul, of your true self, is an impossibly, unimaginably, unfathomably perfect experience of life. And that is everything that we are seeking and more in form in the world. Funnily enough, in which we will never actually be able to attain by those means. You see, that is why life is suffering, and that's why it is fruitless and futile to be searching anywhere other than within yourself, with compassion, with forgiveness, with love, with sincerity, with honesty, with earnestness, for that which you are. Because, my friend, you are all that you seek already.